Assalamualaikum and have a good day to my supervisor and to my panel. My name is Shahrul Akmal bin Esmadee. I am from course 3 BMD section 1 and today I will present my bachelor degree project 1 with the title of DFA analysis for newly developed 3D router machine. First and foremost, here are my outline for my presentation for today, where I have 8 elements which include background, problem statement, objective, research scope, literature review, methodology, expected result, and conclusion. Without further ado, I will start on the background. For the background, I will talk about the Talent Development Program, known as TDP, where this program was introduced by technologist Dr. Hambali bin Bojang on December 2021. This program helped to bring a real-world working experience into the teaching and learning process, or called as industry on campus. For this program, we have formed a group that consists of 6 members, where everyone have their own role and part to be played with. We apply the concurrent engineering process on our team to develop a newly developed CNC 3D router machine, where I have to work on DFA analysis on Y-axis sub-assembly, which later I will design on SolidWorks. This is where the student will get knowledge and exposure on CNC 3D router machine. The slogan for TDP program are developing tomorrow engineering expertise, where it is suitable to give preparation for the student to pursue their career on engineering field. Okay, next, for the problem statement. First, the student are lack of exposure about the potential of the 3D router machine. Second, the student doesn't experience a real-world working life. And lastly, existing 3D router machine are not in affordable price. Okay, now we go to the objectives for this project, where the first objective for this project is to design a Y-axis sub-assembly for the 3D router machine, and the second objective is to analyze the assembly process of Y-axis sub-assembly using the DFA software. To achieve my objective, I need to have a research scope, where my research scope are to study literature review that related to CNC 3D router, NPD process, ED process, and DFA. Next, to design the component and part for Y-axis of 3D router machine in SolidWorks. Then, to analyze the assembly process for the Y-axis sub-assembly using the DFA software. And lastly, to compare the result analysis between current design and new design. For literature review, here are my outline for the main research that I've done, which include CNC machine, new product development process, engineering design phase, design for assembly, DFA. CNC machine are computer numerical control machine where all the work have been controlled by coding, in which using M code and G code according to Mike Lynch 2022. There are many types of CNC machine out there, but here are the 3 main machines, which are CNC milling machine, CNC lathe machine, and CNC 3D router machine, where the 3D router machine are more smaller from the other 2 machines, and it is good for educational purpose to the student that like to learn on CNC machine. By that, I will tell about the advantage of CNC machine according to Alrisa 2019, which are production result can be controlled properly, then the detailed and complex workmanship can be carried out automatically, operation and programming in accordance with needs, manage the automation process only through a special software, and lastly, the production time is very fast in large quantity with the exact same result. Okay, next, for the new product development process or NPD process, here are the 3 types of NPD process that use on most of company. First is generic product development process from Ulrich and Apprenger 2015, and next the 5-gate NPD process by Cooper 2008, and lastly from Bojang 2021, the NPD process with 8 gateways. Most of the product development process, PD process, are different, depend on the certain company needs and requirements. This should help the company to run the business and the production more smoothly and organized, which is the same on how we are doing here to develop a newly developed 3D router machine. Okay, after that, we go to the engineering design phase, we create by Eagert J 2005. Shown on the figure here, from the ED phase, first phase is formulation, which have quality function deployment, QFD, house of quality, HOQ, and benchmarking. Next phase is concept, where on concept selection have two methods, which is bug method and weight rating method. After that, go to the configuration, where include DFA analysis and DFM analysis. Both of analysis can be combined into DFMA analysis, or called design for assembly and manufacturing. Okay, then go to the parametric that include the CAE analysis and FEA analysis. And lastly, the detail, where is include 3D design assembly and 3D drawing to show our final specification. Okay, now we go to design for assembly and manufacturing, DFMA. According to Hidayat 2021, DFMA are combination of DFA, design for assembly, and DFM, design for manufacturing, which the DFA is design method of the product for ease on assembly, while DFM design method to simplify the manufacturing process, in which the collection of parts that will form the product after assembly. There are some differences between both analyses, which the DFA is concerned only with reducing product assembly costs, which is later that we will use, minimize number of assembly production, then individual parts tend to be more complex in design. Meanwhile, in DFM is concerned to reducing overall part production costs, which is minimize complexity of manufacturing operation, then use common datum, feature, and primary axis. But both of DFA and DFM are seeking to reduce material, overhead, and labor costs, shorten the product development cycle time, and to utilize the standard reduced cost. Okay, next, the DFA guideline, where I cite from Hidayat 2021, where tell the objective when doing DFA analysis, which are to reduce the part count as simple as possible, to design for minimum number of parts, and lastly, to minimize the number of fastener and component. Okay, for the methodology for this project, here are my flow process for my overall project. Here shows the target for my PSM1 and PSM2, where my PSM1 are focusing on literature review study and finding, understanding the method to use for this project, in which I use engineering design phase for most of my method, but more concern and detail on design for assembly, DFA, where the DFA analysis about reducing the current design time assembly and come up with the better time assembly, where we call new design. After that, we create the detailed design followed by 3D design assembly and 3D drawing. For this project methodology, I will show on how I will conduct to achieve my project objective. Firstly, by using the engineering design phase guide, I will start with formulation phase, which are create a benchmarking from existing CNC 3D router on the market. By the result later, I can proceed to do the concept design phase, and generate alternative concept for Y-axis sub-assembly, and then by using weight rating method, to make the concept selection. After I get to establish the specification for Y-axis subassembly, I will design the part which also can be called as the current design. Then, the component and part for the Y-axis subassembly will go through DFA analysis or design for assembly analysis using the DFA software. After I get the result from the DFA software, I will finalize my design into the new design. This process are called redesign process. And finally, I will get my detailed design or final design and start to draw the 3D model, assembly and the 3D drawing, which will be later used to develop the newly developed CNC 3D router machine. Okay, unexpected result for this project. I expect that the new design will get better result from the current design. For an example based on this table, the assembly time for current design is 15 minutes, while the new design is 10 minutes, which is the assembly time have been reduced by many aspects such as reduced number of parts, combine some part, and etc. For design efficiency, the current design get 20%, while the new design get 40%. Note that they increase the value of design efficiency, resulting in the better design for assembly process. In conclusion, from doing this Bachelor degree project 1, I able to understand the need of using NPD process when develop a new product. And for my project is Y-axis subassembly on CNC 3D router machine. Then I able to understand the uses of design phase to conduct my methodology. And lastly, I understand the need to study DFA software to run the DFA analysis to get a better result for my project. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you everyone for your attention and have a nice day.